Hey, it's Trisha Mandes here, and you are watching Take Control Tuesdays, where you learn how to take control of your diet, your weight, and your health. Today I'm sharing with you the 3 biggest diet changes you can make that will have the greatest impact on your health. But before I do that, I have a huge thank you that I want to share with you. And that is thank you so much for supporting my husband, Chef Eric Hoffman, and I in our Trisha's Healthy Table Takeoff campaign. We were selling healthy meals to go on pre-sale so we could start a healthy meals to go service in Columbia, South Carolina. And I am so excited and ecstatic and grateful to announce that we have officially raised $20,000. Now, we did this primarily by selling meals on pre-sale in Columbia, South Carolina, where we are offering in-person trainings. Those are still available. The meals are not. And a few of you made some very, very gracious donations. So I want you to know that we appreciate you so much and that we are going to start cooking and fulfilling those orders in the beginning of October. Now, if you didn't have a chance to get any of these meals on pre-sale, maybe you just heard about Trisha's Healthy Table, make sure you stay connected with us and you will be able to get your hands on some really delicious, filling, plant-based meals that we cook in our kitchen. You order and pay online, come swoop them up on 1305 Assembly Street and just reheat or assemble at home. But you'll be able to get those January 2017. And for the next few months, we are only going to be serving those supporters that helped us get to where we are and to raise $20,000 to help get Trisha's Healthy Table started. So once again, thank you so much. We love you and appreciate it so very much. Now, before I share with you those 3 simple diet changes that you can make that will have the biggest health impact, I want you to know that the most important thing when it comes to diet, and this affects what I'm going to tell you, is the totality of your diet and what you're eating day in and day out for a long period of time. This is more important than just a single food that you may be eating. So the totality of your diet is the foods you eat every single day that add up to every week, that add up to months and years, because the overall picture of your diet is what is going to yield disease or health. So that being said, here is the very first simple change that you can make that will have the greatest health impact, and that is eat whole plant foods. Yes, eat whole plant foods. A whole plant food is one that contains 100% of its edible nutrients and still has 100% of its edible parts. So all of the food and nutrition you could eat in that original piece of plant food that you could take from the garden, you could pull it from the ground, pick it from a tree or pull it from a bush and just eat it right there in the field, or bring it into your kitchen, maybe cook it a little bit, chop it up and then eat it, but you're still eating the whole thing. That is a whole plant food, and that is what I want you to eat at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. What are whole plant foods? What types of foods can you eat? Well, that's fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, which are beans, peas, and lentils. These foods are highly, highly nutritious. They can be filling, and they are packed with antioxidants, phytonutrients, a vast majority of vitamins, minerals, and all those good things that you need to achieve radiant health. The second biggest, simplest diet change that you can make to yield the best health results is to avoid eating refined foods. Now, a refined food is the opposite of a whole plant food. A refined food does not contain 100% of its edible nutrients, and it does not contain 100% of its edible parts. So refined foods include oil, right? When you have oil, whether it's from an olive or corn or soy, you take the olive and you press it and you squeeze it. And then when you eat the olive oil, it's just the pure liquid fat from the olive. You're not eating the whole thing. You're not getting the fiber and the vast majority of the vitamins and minerals that are found in that olive. So oil is a refined food, sugar is a refined food, and then you have refined grain products, predominantly flour. So we have white flour or wheat flour or any type of flour that comes from a grain that does not have 100% of all of the original nutrients and edible apart. So they take the grain and they separate it into different parts. And generally, when you're eating a refined flour product, you're just eating the endosperm is the part of the grain that you're eating, which is probably just carbohydrate, and you're not getting the fiber and the vast majority of vitamins that are originally found in the whole grain. So we want to avoid refined foods. They're empty calories, meaning you get a lot of calories, but you don't get a lot of nutrition out of those bites. They're also very calorie dense, meaning you get a lot of calories in a little amount of space when you eat them, and they're not filling. So it's really easy to keep eating them and keep eating them because they don't provide a lot of bulk in your stomach. There's no fiber. So it's really easy to just keep eating them, get a lot of calories and not a lot of nutrition. So you want to be avoiding refined foods as much as you can at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and avoiding keeping them in your house as well. The third simplest diet change you can make to help get the biggest health result is to avoid eating animal products. So I'm going to show you a few different studies that will tell you a few of the reasons why I'm making this recommendation. This is one randomized controlled trial of almost 7,500 older adults with cardiovascular risk. It's the PREDIMED trial. And what they found is that those eating the largest amount of animal protein as a percentage of energy had a 69% greater risk of all-cause death than those eating the lowest amount of animal protein after adjusting for confounders. This is the European Perspective Investigation into Cancer and Nutrition. It's one of the largest cohort studies in the world with over 500,000 participants from 10 European countries. So this exact paper right now that we're looking at, they looked at over 103,000 men and over 270,000 women from this large group of people in the study. And they wanted to look at the association between eating meat and weight gain over a 5-year period. And what they found was that total meat consumption was positively associated with weight gain in men and women and normal weight and overweight subjects, even when adjusted for energy intake. So that means even if two participants are eating the same exact amount of calories, the one eating the meat is more likely to gain weight than the one not eating the meat, even though the calories are exactly the same. Awesome. Now that you know the 3 simplest diet changes you can make that will yield the biggest health results, also know that rather than just doing one of these 3, you're going to get the biggest and greatest health results if you do them all together at the same exact time. Now, you're going to get much greater results by doing this or working towards this. You don't have to do it 100% automatically tomorrow, but this is optimal and something you want to work towards. And you're going to get bigger results doing this than if I would just say, eat spinach, drink water, eat turmeric. And if you did nothing to change the overall dietary pattern, especially if you're eating the standard American diet and just added those few things in it, yeah, it might be a little better, but you're not going to see any significant change from doing that. So by eating whole plant foods, avoiding refined foods, and avoiding animal products 90 to 100% of the time, it's highly likely that you can lose weight, lose 1 to 3 pounds a week. We've seen that in multiple intervention studies, cohort studies. The large groups of people who do not consume any animal products sometimes are the only groups of people that have a normal BMI. They're the leanest, and the different types of evidence goes on and on and on. So you'll get the best results from doing it right away. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help you do all that, whether it's taking steps or doing it all at one time. Now I want to hear from you. I want to answer today's Take Control Now question and put your answer in the comment section below this video. And I so want you to answer. I want you to absorb this information and share your thoughts. And most specifically, I want to know, what is the greatest health result that you dream of getting for yourself? Why do you even want to know what the 3 most important diet changes you can make for your health are? I want to know, what is it that you want to achieve for yourself? What do you dream about for your health? Is it losing weight? Is it being strong? Is it having increased energy? Is it being able to walk in the grocery store without needing to hold yourself on the cart? Do you not want to be on cholesterol medication? Do you not want to lose a limb to diabetes like your grandfather? What is it that you want so I can help you get it? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Take Control Tuesday. If you're not signed up for email updates, you get them about once a week. They're fun, special insights from me. Sign up at www.trishamandes.com, especially if you're in Columbia, South Carolina, because then you'll be the first to know about Trisha's Healthy Table meals when they're out in January 2017. And once again, thank you so much if you supported us during our Takeoff campaign and help make your dinner dreams a reality. Thank you so much for watching. Get educated, get support, and take control. Yes, you can get the healthy body you deserve.